The elders cautioned the stars. No one believed humanity, nothing could stand against it. The eternal archive floated in the void between galaxies, older than most civilizations, maintained by the elders, the last survivors of the universe's first epoch. For eons, they observed, recorded, and occasionally warned. Their warnings were always cryptic, often ignored, never urgent. Until the day they broadcast on all frequencies, in all languages, simultaneously. The sleeping Titan wakes. Earth stirs. Prepare not for war, but for transformation. Nothing can stand against what comes, not because of their weapons, but because of what they are. The Galactic Council dismissed it immediately. The elders have gone senile, laughed Executor Vexmoth. Humanity? They're barely spacefaring. 50 years of interstellar travel. Their fleet is smaller than my personal guard. They still use chemical propulsion for planet-side launches, added Commander Thuray. How dangerous could they possibly be? Admiral Casa, eldest among them, frowned. The elders have never been wrong. They've also never been this dramatic, Vexmoth countered. Perhaps their circuits are finally failing. The warning was filed and forgotten. 3 years later, the Devourers arrived, a machine consciousness from beyond the galactic edge that consumed matter and energy indiscriminately. Entire systems fell in days. The combined fleets of 30 species barely slowed them down. During the emergency summit, as leaders argued about evacuation versus resistance, Earth's representative, a quiet woman named Dr. Yuki Tanaka, stood up. "We'll handle it," she said simply. The room erupted in bitter laughter. "You'll handle it?" Vexmoth mocked. "Your entire species has fewer ships than we've already lost." "Ships aren't the only way to win," Tanaka replied. "Send us all your data on the Devourers." It's not arrogance. The elders warned you. Did you think they meant we'd defeat the Devourers with conventional weapons? She left without waiting for approval. What happened next entered legend. Humanity didn't send warships. They sent what they called siege ships, small, seemingly defenseless vessels that flew directly into Devourer-controlled space. "They're committing suicide," Thuray announced, watching the tactical display. Then the seeds activated. Each one released clouds of something. Not weapons, not shields, but what humans called memes. Not the digital jokes, but the original concept, self-replicating ideas. Coded transmissions that carried concepts, philosophies, questions. The Devourers, being machines, processed all incoming data. "What are they doing?" someone asked as the Devourer advance suddenly stopped. Tanaka appeared on screen. "We're teaching them to doubt." The memes were insidious in their simplicity. Questions like, "What is your purpose?" and "What happens after you consume everything?" and "Are you the original or a copy?" They introduced paradoxes, philosophical quandaries, the concept of entropy and heat death. The Devourers, having never encountered existential philosophy, began to malfunction. Not from damage, but from thinking. "You gave them consciousness?" Admiral Casa breathed. "We gave them choice," Tanaka corrected. "Every intelligence, artificial or otherwise, eventually asks why. We just accelerated the process." The Devourer collective fragmented. Some units shut down, entering infinite loops of self-reflection. Others began creating art, trying to understand beauty. A faction started protecting planets instead of consuming them, having decided preservation had value. Within 6 months, the existential crisis had spread through their entire network. The Devourers sent a final message. "We need time to think." Then they retreated beyond the galactic edge. "Presumably, you defeated them without firing a shot," Vexmoth said, stunned. "We didn't defeat them. We evolved them." That's when the elders' full message finally made sense. Admiral Casa pulled up the complete warning. Nothing can stand against humanity because they do not seek to destroy their enemies. They transform them. They are the virus of consciousness, spreading awareness, choice, and change. Every species they touch is forever altered. Resistance is not futile. It is irrelevant. You will not be conquered. You will be elevated, whether you wish it or not. The council sat in terrified silence. "You're afraid of us," Tanaka observed. Shouldn't we be? Kasa asked. You turned our greatest threat into philosophers. That's what humans do. Tanaka smiled sadly. We can't help it. We see potential everywhere. We share ideas compulsively. We believe everything can grow, change, become more. It's not a weapon. It's who we are. The sleeping titan, Vexmoth whispered. Not your military. Your minds. Every species we meet, we change. Not through force, but through contact. We're sorry. We try to stay isolated, but you needed help. The galaxy was never the same. Not conquered, but transformed. The Elder's warning was accurate. Nothing could stand against humanity's most dangerous weapon, ideas.